Alright, so we're going to be jumping into another game right now, and we're going to be seeing the players in just a second. So, we're going to be having a Poland versus Poland game then, it seems. Round of 8. It's going to be Trutacz, who should be kind of known to most of you, except for those who don't follow this too much. No, multiple champion of the TLC, so yep, hard opponent, definitely. And he's going to be playing as the orange Zug at the top right of Sniper Ridge. His opponent is going to be Predator as the white Zug at the bottom left. Now, interestingly enough, the game that we saw from Predator against Karate didn't look one-sided at the beginning until hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to see. Okay, I was dropping some frames for a second. If it did lag for a second there, I was dropping some frames, so it's not Twitch. Now it seems it's okay. So Predator, the game that he actually played it extremely well. He really held on nicely against Karate, and then he managed to really get a good lead. He was kind of making a little bit of a mistake here and there, like not bringing a defiler to keep the swarms up or things like this. But when you have so many bases, it's something that's not uncommon. What I'm trying to say is that he really played well. Usually a lot of people would say, well, Trutacz is one of the best Zergs out there, right? So most likely Trutacz is going to win. Yes and no. If Predator plays a ZVZ at the same level that he played that ZVT, I would say that this would actually be relatively even in terms of skill. Now we do see that Trutacz went for a 12 pull, sorry, overpull with gas, and Predator went for an expansion. Now, this is one of the worst things that I can say, because it's Net Wars, I think. Net Wars PL. This is one of the most difficult things to call, and the reason is... Oh, actually, Trutacz is going to be going for a fast hatch himself. He just gets the gas earlier. Oof. I don't know. Okay, the way that I see it, and if I get it incorrectly, you can kind of correct me, guys. The way that I see it is that if you get the early gas and, you know, the early pull, you can get the early lair. Okay, fair enough. Or perhaps early Zerglings. Also, fair enough. But the idea is that you get more economy with what Predator is doing. The problem that I usually see with this is that usually the player that has later mutas will have more economy and more larva, and because of that they can kind of pressure with the Zerglings against their opponent and force the mutas to stay at their own base for longer. And when you do that, since you have the earlier hatchery, you get the earlier second gas. So eventually you will have more mutas. So it becomes kind of a dance of how long can I buy for myself in terms of time until I can actually have more mutas than you do. Now, there's a lot of people that will say, well, 9 pull is better against that, or 12 pull is better against that. It's not exactly how it works, because the best Zergs in ZVZ usually know exactly how to get the best out of their build. Now we see a creep colony at the natural from Predator, which, as you can see, can be dangerous because there's already a lair. What the heck? Whoa, what? Wait, how the... Hold on a minute. How did that happen? Okay, while we're looking at this, the lair of Predator is... Oh. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, the drone. Oh, nice save. The lair of Predator is actually faster? How did that happen? Look at this. See, it's finishing now, and this one is about to finish. So actually Predator gets his lair sooner. His spire gets down right now. Yeah, so... Okay, it's almost a non-existing difference in timing. What I'm trying to say is I expected Trutacz to have his tech earlier, because of the gas getting placed down sooner. Wow, I will actually, I think, guys, I know that a lot of people of you thinking, wow, ZVZ boring. I'm actually going to watch, like, after I'm done with this cast, I'm actually watching this replay again, because I want to know exactly how the hell did that happen. Like, what, did trutacz get speed before that? Maybe, I don't know, maybe he had to wait a little bit for his mineral count to get high enough. I don't know how it did, but definitely Predator, I think, is getting the better end of the stick right now. Although drones are always kind of the main problem. 13 drones to 16. Okay, so trutacz is going to be in a good position unless he dies right now to this massive Zergling attack. And actually, funny enough, Predator shows half of his Zerglings and then runs the other half, so that the reaction might be a little bit later, I would assume. 15. Okay, so Sunken is going to be placed down. It should be finished by the time the Lings get here. Look at the distance. Look. Okay, barely not. But it should be still okay, yeah. Okay, so Predator doesn't want to risk it. Okay, I can get that. I understand that. There's not too much point of trying to break that and eventually losing to kind of a counter. Although, to be fair, he did have a Sunken of his own, so maybe he could have committed a little bit, because even trutacz losing, like, not all of his Zerglings, trutacz still wouldn't be able to do any damage to Predator. Oh, whoa, actually, wow, nice catch. Really nice catch of those few Zerglings, because now, actually, it's 15... Sorry, it's 13 Zerglings to 15. It's pretty close, though. Still pretty close. Okay, first Mutas? Yeah, first Mutas. And first Mutas? Yeah, first Mutas. So Mutas are coming up at the same time. Same amount of Zerglings. Same amount of drones? No. Pretty much the same. Ooh, so... Yes, I am a Protoss player. I don't actually know that much about ZVZ or in general Zerg. It's not my race. Okay, so 6 Mutas against how many? 3 and 3 Scourges. So down to the micro, I would assume. Okay, there's one Scourge already there. Oh, actually takes the hit, but kills the Overload. Okay. Ooh, these Zerglings might... They're actually going to run through? What? Why are they going after the drones? I mean, I understand that it's a good thing to get, but just because of that, he lost most Zerglings and he didn't actually make any damage, so... trutacz's calling of attacking there wasn't the best one. Wow, look at those... Oh my god! Not even one drone? How the... I mean, that's really nice from Predator. He saves all these drones, then he saves the one in the main? Oof. That's really nice. Okay, so at this point we have a lot of Mutas flying around by trutacz trying to find something else. I would assume they just want to keep them on the move to have the acceleration taken out of it. For those of you who don't know, the Mutas, if you actually stop moving them, they have to accelerate to be at this speed of movement, and that's enough to actually for a Scourge to hit them. So you usually, if you can, you will try to constantly be moving them, if possible. Obviously as well, if you can catch something off guard, that's a good thing, but the main reason why I think a lot of Zerg players in ZVZ tend to move their Mutas is just so that they can run away from Scourges and kind of, I don't know. Ooh. Okay, that hurt. There is 9 Mutas now against... Let's see. Against 8. So still the Muta is still in favor of Predator, because he's actually trying to get more Mutas and try to micro out the Scourges instead of trying to... Oh my god, nice. Nice. And these ones... they're kind of waiting for a Muta or something, but... Oh, trying to go for a Ling run by, not gonna happen. Still some Lings by trutacz blocking this, as well as the Mutas still waiting there, so... And maybe with these... kind of these Scourges flying around, okay, they definitely aren't doing their job yet, because they killed 1 or 2 Mutas, but a lot of them did die, and I think right now there should be a definite advantage. 12 Mutas against 11. Okay, not that big. What about armor? Is it being researched by either player? It's researched, it's going down by Predator, and it's going to be faster by trutacz by a significant margin, so... Yeah, definitely should be somewhere to take in consideration. yeah, APM wise, I mean, most of the time they're probably just moving their stuff around, so I mean, there's not that much to be looking at right now, right? Especially when you don't have any units on the map trying to find out something. So kind of slight pokes here and there, but nothing really big going on. Neither player really wants to commit to an attack, which I guess after the few engagements that they had, it's understandable. Okay, so we see Predator being the one who's moving out first, trying to scout in the front of his base. I mean, in a way that I understand that the main problem of this is that if you leave your base, and at the same time when you're kind of halfway, your opponent flies in and kills like half of your drones, it's a bit difficult to call what you should do. If you should try to defend your base or go for a counter attack, it's not that easy. It's not that clear cut to know exactly what to do with it. So I would assume that's the reason why at least Predator he'd rather stay in his base. Okay, so another Zergling trying to scout, and trutacz seems to be happy with his army and seems to be just wanting to attack. Let's see how that goes. Whoa! Look at that! A lot of Scourges actually went the wrong way, and because of that. Ooh, okay, so very good engagement so far for trutacz. A lot of Scourges did connect, and did enough connect though. 16 mutas against 16, so it's kind of equal. I would assume some of these mutas are kind of damaged, while I'm not sure about trutacz. I think he just attacked because the armor upgrade just finished, so he wanted to capitalize on that, but it didn't happen too well. Oh, Predator. I think Predator basically just kind of lost the game. This is one of the things that happens a lot in ZVZ. If you kind of lose the first engagement somehow of the mutas, it's almost like so difficult to get back. You can get back with some Scourge hits, but you have to land a lot of good Scourge hits to get back into the game. And it seems like trutacz is not going to push his advantage, so I would assume he's not really certain whether he has an actual advantage. So, boom. Okay. Actually, trutacz losing an Overlord there, the one that was in the middle. Not going to be. Oh my god, what the? Whoa. Oh, that's just like a lot of hits and a lot of trades that are pretty okayish for both players. So none of the players are actually getting a huge lead in terms of the army. I think that's why neither of them want to fight directly. Now, Predator seems to be up in supply, but that supply is in what? Zerglings, I think? Yeah, some in Zerglings, seems some maybe in mutas. See, 17 mutas against 15. Some in mutas. They actually have right now the exact same APM. Okay, not anymore. But for a second there they had. Drone, muta, drone. So basically all the gas goes to mutas by... yeah, so most of the gas just going to mutas and everything else seems to be going to drones. Alright. Oh, a drone is trying to sneak out to try to take another base. But at the same time, a good amount of Scourges actually do hit. A lot of hits taken. Funny enough, for some strange reason, Predator is still up in supply, even though trutacz is managing to kind of take a lot of good hits. So, strange. Oh. Oh. Okay, so that was microed. Third and third. Although this third is kind of away. Like, the distance here, a lot easier to defend than this one. I mean, maybe it's because Predator wants to kind of keep it as a hidden base, but transferring drones is going to be pretty much impossible, which means everything is going to be built from there is probably going to be drones. We'll see. Yeah, so far I'm not a player anymore. I just don't have the time for it. Not that I don't want to play, I just don't have the time to play. Okay, so what can we see? 24 mutas, that's a good amount of mutas actually, 16. If Scourges don't get very good hits, then obviously Predator is going to be in a great position. But we do see that trutacz already finished his third and is starting to gather money from it, although he's actually supply blocked, which is pretty bad. in this ZVZ, because ZVZ is very clutch, so every second counts. We can see that actually Predator is gaining up in supply. He's actually gaining up on trutacz, and I gotta say that's not looking good for trutacz. Obviously trutacz has a lot of cash, so if he starts to spend it, he's gonna catch up. But oh my god, look at this! That drone definitely saw this base, and another base by trutacz. This is some pretty nice ZVZ. I would actually, I'm interested if any Zerg is actually gonna try to tech to Hive and get Devours, or maybe Queens, maybe Plague. I mean, I would assume not, but ooh, this might be a good trap. If Predator is actually specifically getting trutacz into a corner with himself. Ooh, that's a good trap. That's a very good trap, actually. Right now, if trutacz wants to flee, he actually will be going through a lot of damage. Look at this. Oh my god. What did I just see? This actually is pretty good. Although, anyway, although Predator actually has managed to take a very good hit here and there, there's still a lot of trouble. Oh my god. This actually can go full on base trade, because these mutas right now, they're just hitting for the drones, and obviously that means that actually Predator probably will want to do the same. Whoa, that's a lot of scourges. Oh, but just not really hitting the best hit. So yeah, this seems like it's going to go on a base trade, but it seems like Predator just killed a lot of drones that's going out, while Predator might stay here. If Predator actually manages to oh, careful, yeah. You wanna keep hitting the Spire when possible, but at the same time fighting the units when you're getting attacked. Oh, Spire goes down for trutacz, and without a Spire, that's it for the mutas. Some Zerglings are going to be attacking right now. This fourth. Oh, wait a second. How many? 16 mutas against 13. So until the Spire is done, there's not going to be any extra mutas for trutacz. At the same time, the fourth base does go down. The third cannot be defended by air anymore. So okay, there's going to be a counter at this base by trutacz. But the problem is, once trutacz loses his mutas, he's out. He just doesn't have anything. Ooh. Ah, look at that dance. Yeah, you don't actually have to go after the mutas. You can just basically kill your opponent, I think. Oh my god, is trutacz gonna win because he just basically goes with a lot of Zerglings? No, there's a sunken here. I was just thinking that the only way that I see trutacz winning this is that if he somehow manages to get with some Zerglings through. Although that might work. Good micro also might work. So far pretty good micro by trutacz, so... Still, there's no Spire for trutacz, so there's no rebuilding these mutas, right? As soon as these mutas die, this Predator is gonna take the game. Yeah, Predator is not unknown. It's just that I haven't seen him for such a long time that I don't remember. I didn't actually remember the guy, but he was a very good player back in, I don't know, what year was it? 2008? Really, I just don't remember. It was quite a long time ago. But he is a great player. He's always been a great player. And I mean, come on. He took down Karate with a great game, and now he won against trutacz. I don't know if which game this was. I think this was the first game. So okay, so just a